Hi, afternoon. So we're talking at the moment about your most valuable and profitable activities in the business. And yesterday I gave you a bit of an insight into the skills versus values quadrant. And interestingly, that quadrant can as easily be modified to skills versus fun. And in the same context, you're able to actually define what it is that you're doing and whether or not you're adding value in that respect, and whether you're enjoying what you're doing. Let's be honest, in business, that much of what we do is just about or just as much about actually enjoying ourselves and having fun as it is about the profit and making the business successful. A few years ago, when I was serving in the military, I was a platoon commander, and a valuable lesson that I learned, really just about the value proposition. And as a platoon commander, what I needed to be doing in order to make sure that I continually added value to the operation of the platoon. I remember we were serving in Bosnia, and actually what happened was the platoon sergeant of the time took me to one side, and for those of you that aren't aware, I came through the ranks. So I was a colour sergeant platoon commander. That might not mean anything to some of you, but to some you'll realise that was me in a position of command as a senior NCO. So my platoon sergeant came up to me and said, "You've got to let me start doing my job." And actually, what he was alluding to was the fact that I was spending far too much time on his skill set within the platoon and doing much of his job, as opposed to focusing on the really important stuff that I needed to be doing in terms of leading the platoon. And it was a significant milestone for me, just in terms of my own learning at that stage and having moved into a position of command. So in your business today, what are those jobs, those appointments, those responsibilities, those distractions that you currently undertake, whereby they're not really adding the value to the business that you should be adding, conceivably as the MD or as the CEO? So on the back end of the quadrant yesterday, write it out on a piece of paper and actually determine right into the quadrant what jobs that you're doing, what responsibilities you've taken in those lower skill, lower value areas, or the lower skill, lower fun areas, and think, how do you rectify that? Who it is in your business that maybe is responsible for that? And actually, if they're not in your business right now, what do you do to maybe leverage that in terms of maybe bringing that skill set into your business? Look forward to catching up tomorrow. Until then, have a great and glorious sunny afternoon. That's certainly the case down here in Devon. Bye-bye.